Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Victoria Alonso and Disney, the saga of this clash between the corporation and the activists they hired. The activists they allowed to grow stronger and stronger in the MCU at Marvel for a decade, to the point where she could hold a CEO hostage and force them into a situation that will now cost them in the future billions of dollars. What am I talking about? Last week, Victoria Alonso, we learned by the middle of the week, was fired by Disney. That's right. Best of luck in your future endeavors. We're kicking your ass to the curb. Why? Disney says because she breached her contract by working on Argentina in 1985 with Amazon. Those of us who look at facts and logic, who are free thinkers and can look at the world without beer goggles on and understand when we see things, we know she's gotten fired because she's costing them money. The MCU, which she is very deeply involved in as their head of, as previously their head of visual effects, and also producing stuff as a major activist. MCU's been losing hundreds of millions of dollars for 3 years now. Lots of money lost. And then, of course, as I alluded to before, she was the one that bullied bobblehead Chapek, then CEO of Disney, into getting involved with the Florida bill, which has lost them Reedy Creek, which will cost them $700 million in taxes in this upcoming tax cycle, and in the future, billions of dollars in taxes and costs that they were able to avoid for 60 plus years. That's why she was fired. At least we understand that. Disney's going to tell you one thing, and Victoria's going to tell us another. Through her lawyer on Friday, Victoria said, hey, I was fired because I stood up to Disney. I wasn't going to be silenced. Silenced about what? We asked that question, and now we get this answer. Over the weekend, though, my buddy Dre and I on the roundtable, catch us every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we were talking about this. Dre said she's in it for the money. I said she looks to me, I feel like she's a true believer active. So you go and you look at her speech at GLAAD, you look at all of her behavior. She has got the wide-eyed, wild-eyed behavior of a true believer activist who believes in ideology over everything and money second. I'm not saying she don't want money, she don't want power, that she's not a thug, but she believes in this stuff like a rabid zealot. Yes, earlier in the week, this started. Victoria Alonso is really after money. According to Puck News, that's what she wants. She's after the money. That plays into Dre's side of the argument. I did not run with this a couple days ago because I want to show that I'm wrong and Dre's right. No, because that's all there was. And also because I can't access the Puck News article directly because they have hide it behind a paywall. And also, Puck News as a source has burned me in the past on something. I'm hesitant to use them. But they say it's about the money. They say Disney would have settled this quietly if they feared what she had to play. So they're not afraid. So they're going to let it happen. I disagree. And yesterday afternoon, this dropped, which kind of plays into what I believe is going to happen. Victoria Alonso apparently clashed over gay pride references in Ant-Man 3 for Kuwait. Let's remember what Disney does when they send a movie outside of America. Here in America, despite what Victoria Alonso and other SJW woke-tards want to say, we are a tolerant nation. Here in the free world, which includes other nations, but we are a tolerant and free-thinking nation. We accept things. You can look however you want, behave however you want, F whoever you want in your private life. It's when the children get involved that we take up arms and we say, no, you cannot, we're not going to allow this. But Victoria and her crowd want to say that we're all racist and bigots. And Disney will then allow them to say that while then going overseas and editing posters and editing movies in order to fit into those markets so they can sell the movie. So it's no surprise that while trying to tell us over here in America to accept all sexual types of intercourse, between peoples, then over in Kuwait, they're gonna censor for Kuwait. And then keep calling us bigots because we might complain about something else completely unrelated to it. Apparently, that was her thing. She stood up against the big monstrous corporation Disney that's been doing it for years now. But for this one little thing, they wouldn't show a pride flag while Scott Lang is walking down the street for half a second. She wouldn't make that edit, and Disney farmed it out to another company. And so she stood up to them and wouldn't be silenced over the not-so-secret agenda. That's why she claims she was fired. Let's think about this. If Disney wanted to settle this, they would have basically come up with the bullshit story we always get when somebody has a problem and they just want to make it go away quickly. They give the payout, and it's so-and-so wants to spend more time with their family, has accomplished all they wanted to accomplish at the company, and is ready to move on to future projects and future adventures. We would have gotten that for Victoria if this was if Disney could have seen an easy payout way for this. Disney doesn't want this right here. And that's the heart of today's take. This is why I think Victoria is about the agenda, because Disney cannot handle any more public bad press. The public is already turning on them for many a reason. This on top of Jonathan Majors, they don't need this. Yeah, Jonathan Majors came out of nowhere, but it's just black eye after black eye after black eye with Disney in terms of financing, in terms of release, in terms of firings. They just fired 7,000 people, and they're going to fire more probably. To now have Victoria Alonso come out and make this a gay thing. To make it a gay thing. Disney and they're woke, and they're all woke there. They all believe the same shit she does. There is no way she was fired over this. She was fired because she's losing them money. She's costing them billions of dollars in the future. They created the excuse of breach of contract. And now, if they wanted to, they would have settled it. She's now coming back with this. She believes in the agenda. And she's going to hammer them with it. I think, and yes, this is a leak. But her lawyer said on Friday, we will come forward with this information in other forums, This is the other forums. This is not a coincidental leak. This is somebody on her team leaking it to friendly people who will print this. This is about ideology for her. That's what I think. I may be proven wrong in the end, but I think it's more about ideology than money. I don't think there won't be a payout, but she's going to try and boost her activist credentials with this. And Disney cannot handle this. Disney doesn't want this. Disney, if they knew what she was going to do, they would have paid her out. They would not let this go on. Because this hurts their image with the crowd they're trying to constantly please. And they've already driven away the real fans, and the normies already don't really want anything to do with them. All they have left are the stands, the woke tards, the fake stand base, the activist fan base that they've created. This doesn't help that. This changes nothing for us, but it changes everything for them. If Disney is suddenly seen as against the alphabet mafia agenda, that's a problem. That's a problem they can't handle. And she knows it because she is connected to the higher-ups in the alphabet mafia. Glad. Go back and watch her speech. She's a true believer. She will happily burn everything down to make herself look like a white knight alphabet mafia agenda hero. That's what I believe. She's crazy. She doesn't care about anything accept virtue signaling, being seen as a virtuous member of the Alphabet Mafia. And I say Alphabet Mafia, we're talking about the thugs. We're not talking about regular people in the Alphabet community who just want to live their lives and not be bothered. I think it only gets worse. I think she's going to come up with another story about Disney trying to silence her is going to come out. They'll probably put something out about how when the Florida bill, she was going to do this and she wanted to do more, and she could have saved the world by stopping the horrible legislation that protects children from creeps and weirdos. She's going to come out that she was so adamant about this and they silenced her. She could have done more, but Disney silenced her. And it's going to come out she did this and that. It's more of this is going to come out. That's what I think. And that's why I think Disney doesn't want this to happen. They would be happy to have made a payout if they knew she was going to do this. Because the public image of Disney cannot handle this at all. We'll just have to wait and see what happens next. I want her to burn them down as she burns herself down. I want this woke on woke crime to continue, because burn Disney, burn. And let this activist monster show the world even more what she is and what she stands for. She doesn't stand for tolerance and inclusion. She stands for indoctrination and punishment if you don't agree with what she thinks. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. And if you're new here, I invite you to check out my channel. Subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan and SJW Fifis. Hit the notification button, share my video if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave comments. I want to hear from you guys. I care what you think. Actual, real, passionate fans. I don't care what the Stans and the SJWs have to say, because 201, they're all cowards behind keyboards. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.